My go-to when I'm dealing with rusty parts is citric acid. I have used it on all kinds of things, from milling cutters, machine surfaces, etc. And I find it's cheap and it works well. So that's probably 10 or 12 litres of water, 450 grams of citric acid. The other good thing about this is it's harmless. Can't hurt you. You can use this stuff in cooking. So I'm hoping you can see the state of all this. No, that is seized. So everything on this is seized up. Everything I'm soaking here all came with the cutter grinder I'm currently working on. So everything had been left for a very, very long time by the chap who I got it from. You're looking at decades. Everything is very crusty. There was plants growing inside the cutter grinders, castings, and at some point it had been very, very wet, and so just very unloved. Most of the parts that I can soak, I'm going to soak, so that's also including the cutter grinder's main bed, like table. This method can be used, granted I can't fit the bed in my ultrasonic cleaner, this method can be used for precision surfaces such as like hand scraped, honed bedways and stuff like that. I've used it on pretty much everything and it always works fine. It doesn't damage the surface neither. It's gentle enough and effective. Also turns out I have all the original dividing rings for the dividing head as well. Full disclosure, a couple of minutes after I'd put all this into my tub that I've got here, I come back in the shed and realised I had a wet floor. The table assembly for this cutter grinder was quite heavy and it managed to crack my rub. So yeah, I had citric acid all over the shop floor just as well. It's like harmless and that. So my parts have had 24 hours to soak. I'm going to put them in the ultrasonic cleaner now for about 10 minutes. So let's just pull some bits out. That's what we've got. Believe it or not, soaking it in citric acid freed up all the mechanism on the micro adjusting finger. We do a dismantling that once it comes out. Now you'll notice I don't fill my tray up. I like to optimise the positioning of the parts before I put it in the ultrasonic. But okay, so the parts are fresh out of the ultrasonic cleaner. I'm just at like 60 degrees while it's steaming. I'm going to bung them into bicarbonate of soda just to rinse off the acid and neutralise it. Now the important thing is, before the part's fully dry, you need to hit them with some oil. So I'm using some water placing PTFE stuff in a spray. This stuff, just because it's what I can get hold of. So just quickly hit them with that, and then I'll lay them out so as I can hit the other side of them. What I didn't just spray. Give them a second or so, and then I will put them in with the others and give them another quick spray. Really nice. And now I just got to rinse and repeat the next lot. There we go. That should be enough to go back in. So as you can see from how awful this looked, it now looks like new again. Oh, it's rather heavy. Let's get this. Effortless. And that's it, that's how I deal with very rusty, delicate parts, I think we could call this, sort of collets and tool and cutter grinding, attachments, etc. Citric acid is highly effective, and the little bit of time in the ultrasonic cleaner, I set it at 70 degrees C, let it get up to temperature, and then they get 10 minutes in each time. That way when you take the parts out, even though you quickly dip them into a neutralising solution, once you've shaken them off and that, they're still really nice and warm. And even though I've sprayed them with the oil, any potential water left anywhere on them should hopefully evaporate off. if the water is there, and by giving them an occasional spray it will allow any vapours and that of the oil to penetrate into any little nooks and crannies that may well re-erode, because the problem is if you let the parts dry out they flash rust very very quickly. Like it's within, you can turn your back, turn around and they're rusted. Granted it's only like very mild surface flash rusting, but it's very irritating. So I try and do everything quickly, and by keeping them warm, by having the parts warm, I find it works really well to stop any like future flash rusting and that, and by spraying them with something that's water displacing, and this has got PTFE in it, it penetrates and lubricates and everything else. It's just really good. Like I imagine WD-40 would work as well. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I'll get this all edited down at some point and make a video out of it. Take care.